Hi everyone, I'm in Tel Aviv right now, and I thought I'd do a video blog because there's a lot going on here, and I know some people are worried about me, so I just wanted to kind of clear the air with what's going on. And Tel Aviv is getting attacked right now by missiles. It seems like we're getting maybe like 2 a day here, and it's kind of scary. It's I think when you're not here though, maybe even scarier because the people if you have somebody here that you care about, you don't know what's going on. But here, it's still very scary. But I still feel safe. It has been scary though, mostly psychologically. I saw a rocket last night. I was at my friend's place, and it's like a 5th floor of an apartment building. Sirens go off, like really loud, really intense. All of a sudden people start going to the hallway because that's it's pretty safe in there, I guess. And right away I see a lady, an old lady. She's like really panicking, basically crying. And it was her children were around, and I looked in their place and they had like a big dinner, and it's kind of like heartbreaking to see that she's basically crying, and I say to her, I'm like, look, you don't cry, because then I'm gonna cry, and we don't want that. And I went back to the window. Actually, I went back to the patio to see exactly what was going on, and I could see the rocket, and then the Iron Dome system here fired up 2 other rockets and destroyed it in the air. And it's just like this crazy rush that I got, like I was scared, I was shaking. I mean, somebody was basically trying to kill me, probably for the first time in my life. Somebody was trying to kill me and would be happy if I died. And that's the same with everybody in Tel Aviv, in Israel, that's being shot at. And it was crazy. Like, I lost my appetite, my hands were shaking, I couldn't relax. You can imagine next door they're having a big family dinner on Shabbat, which is like Saturday, or and like that kind of ruins the dinner, no? Like, so I still feel safe. Like it's still like a very safe city. I think like you're probably in a lot more danger about getting on a scooter and going around or crossing the street even. I don't know. It's like there's this good defense system here. Maybe if you were in the south of Israel, but I do feel safe. I feel like the world is kind of falling to pieces around me everywhere I go, whether it's New York, Israel. Even when I was in Jordan, there was like mass protests in the street. When I was in Jerusalem, there was big protests there, and a rocket came that day. And I sat in my chair earlier today, and it completely collapsed. And I was like, you know what? Like, really, what is going on here? But other than that, like, there's like a big controversy with Israel, and if they're doing the right thing. But I want to tell all of my Israeli friends, it's like, hey, you always have a right to defend yourself. Don't feel bad about that. So hopefully that makes them feel a little bit better, because the only thing worse than getting attacked would make you feel bad for defending yourself. And the situation's a lot more complicated than that, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, right? And bad things happen sometimes. And other than that, like, I'm having a really good time here. The people here are really, really great. Like, by far, my favorite thing about this place is the people. Everyone seems to be very smart, very good, head on their shoulders. I have an American roommate here, and I looked at him. I said, hey, like, do you notice that people here are like very smart? Like, everyone's got a good head on their shoulders? And he said, yeah, like, there doesn't seem to be any idiots here. There's a lot of idiots, in America and Canada. And here it's like not so much. Maybe there is, but they're a little bit off in other ways. I haven't met those people. I'm sure they exist, but here has like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that you have to think about your surroundings, what's going on in the world, or maybe it's the army. I don't know, but it's kind of a special place because they have, Israel's a very small place. They're surrounded by enemies. They don't have too much natural resources. Like they have no oil. It's been a country since when? Like, I don't know, 60 years or something like that. And they're doing well. Like they have problems economically, but relative to other places in the world, they're doing very well. Like look at Spain. Look at the Greeks. I mean, these were countries that had empires that were they lived like kings for a while, and now they're in shambles. And so, I mean, what the Israelis have done here is really, really impressive. Like, technology-wise, a lot of the good technology in the world is coming right out of Tel Aviv. And it's like the world's here, and with the technology that's coming out of Israel and Tel Aviv, it's like pushing the world forward. And so it's good. There's a lot to defend here, that's for sure. It's a very special place. The people are great. They've done so much with so little. I mean, look at Canada. Look at, we're rich, but we're rich because we have all this oil, we have all these natural resources. We should be a lot richer, We've squandered a lot of it. But they've done a lot with very little. So it's impressive, to say the least. But other than that, I'm really enjoying my time here. I met some very, very special people. I don't really want to leave. I don't really want to go with the rockets landing. It's like I don't want to abandon the place. I don't want to come home to the cold winter. I mean, there's, when you're here, it's like the weather's so good. It's like, how could you, let yourself live in the cold, in the rain? It's depressing. It's like, the sun is so important, it's so good. But, I'm going to have to come home sooner or later, so, I'll see everybody. I'll try and, avoid not getting hit by a rocket. But you know what? I'm having a true Middle Eastern experience here, Once you have rockets fired at you, you've really had a true Middle Eastern experience. Okay, well, I'll see you soon. Bye.